Good morning, everyone. So today's a new day. Yeah, yesterday didn't have a whole lot of close out on after my training videos because my training day just blew ass. Didn't feel good, didn't move good. Everything felt heavy as shit. And that camber bar is for real. That thing wore me out. So didn't have a good training day. So those happen. Didn't even know that happens. And they tell you not to worry about it, especially when you're prepping. It bugs you because you think, oh, I just lost out. Am I fucking at my peak? Am I not hitting the weights prescribed? All that good stuff. So I had to suck it up and I had to drop the weight. I couldn't do the prescribed percentages. I just couldn't do it. And I was like, well, I'll just push through and fight it, but felt a few tweaks in my back. Not bad tweaks, but just you could feel like legitimately if I kept going, maybe shoulder would be one of the one of the many lists of things going wrong with me. So I dropped it back, hit a weights that I could hit with good form and do good reps with. Got the work in, but it just wasn't the weights that I was supposed to be hitting. So I opted for the smart route. So doesn't mean I was in particular fucking really happy about it, but I did. So the way it is. So this morning I weighed in at 323. So weight's coming back down, but I think I figured out what's wrong. Okay. So everybody out there, when you're tracking your shit, make sure you track everything, because I'm sitting there going, why is my weight either going up or staying the same for so long? All my macros are in line, everything looking good. Then it dawned on me that I posted a few videos earlier to help with hydration. I've been putting Powerade, at least 2 Powerades, in my water and drinking throughout the day. So I was like, huh. So I plugged it in, and lo and behold, that put me above my carb intake. So it's important to track everything, even if you don't think it matters. It's important to track it because it all adds up the same. It all adds up. Oh, now I got that figured out. I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna use salt. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put salt in my gallon jug with my water. I'm gonna drink salt water. So that's how I'm gonna get around that one. So issue found, issue solved. So like I told you yesterday, I'm gonna do it's so funny, I'm walking around out here making these videos and people driving by like, look at that crazy motherfucker. But anyway, the topic for today I'm gonna do is gonna be during prep, because I got asked yesterday, hey man, we haven't hung out a while, let's come over in the world of beer and have a beer with me. Or wife is like, hey, how about we eat this weekend? So the topic that I'll talk on later is having to tell people no, I can't go out and eat fucking food and drink fucking beer with you, and how that blows them the fuck away when you tell them no. So stay tuned for that other video. All right, so as promised, coming back with my thoughts on having to tell people no about going out, eating food, or sharing food, or getting food. So yeah, how maybe they might react or things of that nature. Number one is, my wife cooks really good Mexican food, and she's a great cook, and a lot of times I don't think anything of it, but I gotta go. Now I gotta eat my meals I prepped. I gotta eat that. So here lately, a lot of times we're sitting around the dinner table and we're all eating different things, which is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. You kind of want to eat the same dinner and have the, kind of, it's like it's family time. But I'm like, no, I gotta eat my 5 eggs with salsa, and that's what I gotta eat. So or get asked at work a lot, hey, I'm going to lunch, you want to come? And I'm like, no, I got my stuff right here. This gets back to the video I made about prepping your meals. It kind of helps you get out of the temptation of going out and be like, yeah, I want a hamburger or do whatever. And sometimes I think, well, you know what, I'll just work it into my meal plan and all that, but it never really works out that way, because you always end up going, man, I want to eat some more, or I'll just get the hamburger, no fries, or whatever the case may be. So having to turn people down and say, no, I'm not going to do it, they kind of look at you like, why? It's like, well, you tell them, I got prep, I'm getting serious. They'll be like, oh, okay. It's like one of those, oh, okay, you're weird type things, but it's what you got to do to try to be successful at it. And sometimes their reaction is, kind of amazing. So I got this one friend at work, good guy, hard-working guy, and he'll go, man, I had a rough day, let's go to World of Beer, let's have a beer. And I'm like, I can't. He's like, what the hell do you mean you can't? I'm like, nope, prep, man. He's like, oh, come on. And I'm like, no, man, I gotta focus on that, man. I gotta drop a crap load of weight because my weight's fluctuating. He's like, that's bullshit. Don't worry about that. Just go have one. And I'm like, well, you know me, I can't have one. I'll have 2 or 3, and then it'll be like all over. I said, how about after July? So we'll keep telling him, hey, man, wait till July. So July turns around, I'll cut loose and I'll tear it up. But I gotta wait. So when he's just disappointed because the guy, he wants to, blow off some steam. He's got a hard, stressful job. I was in his position, so he knows I know what he's going through. So he just wants to let it out, let things out. It's tough not to do that, but I got something bigger I'm looking at. So yeah, that's kind of the theme for today. This is probably the last video. I'm gonna go home, spend time with the family, just relax. Today's a rest day. I'm gonna set up an incubator for start hatching some chicks. The wife's really, with the foods, possible food shortages and increases in prices, it's really important to kind of get more self-sufficient. So I'm gonna go home, help her get that set up, because I told her I would, and I need to get better doing that, and work on that, get that going, hang out with the sun, that way she can plant some more vegetables and things like that. So yeah, off day today. Tomorrow I'll bench, do some stuff there, and then we'll just keep progressing through the week. So I'll talk to y'all later, and see what tomorrow brings. Later.